Now Sharon's here now to show us how color changes in different lighting. Surfaces in the room. So that was a huge transformation.
Isn't that huge? And it's such a great example of what we talk about. All of the designers talk about color theory, and it's so abstract. But when you see it in a space like that, it makes so much sense. So I thought this was a great opportunity to really take it back to the color theory and show how it's all about context, right?
It really is. So if you take a look at this first picture, you're going to see such a clear example of this. This is a fireplace in a room, and the carpet is red. And it is really playing a role on how you see that brick.
That's it. The homeowner was going to, she wanted me to help her pick a color to paint the brick. And I'm like, that's beautiful stone. You are not painting it. And I'm the paint girl.
Yeah.
So I said, no, it's about the color. You rip out that red carpet and it's going to look fantastic. So look, obviously we put in pot lights. I put a beautiful Chelsea gray behind that stone. And now that stone is a centerpiece. It's like a statement in that room. So you can really take something that you think is maybe a little worn, like an old sofa even. Depending on what color you put behind it, it can look fresh and new, right?
Yeah.
It's like makeup in a new hair color.
100%, yeah. So she didn't change the brick on that fireplace at all. Look at how drastically different that looks from beginning to end.
Stone, right.
Okay, so let's talk a little bit about what else might affect a space. There it is with the red carpet, and there it is without the red carpet, which is amazing. It completely transforms it. Let's talk about lighting as well.
Yeah, so let me show you first, though, just to take that in a really obvious way. So I took the red. I've got $1 Million Red, Benjamin Moore's $1 Million Red,
which is
a nice bright red, isn't it? $1 Million Red.
Yeah, I like that.
Got the $1 Million Red. And I'm going to show you what happens when you put black and you put white, and we'll look at other colors. How that same color looks different.
Yeah,
you know, and it does. It's hard always digitally, but definitely on the computer. Like graphic designers will think about this when they're placing colors to make us look at that sale sign. So with the black, it becomes a little bit brighter, and the red actually looks a little bit bigger because the black recedes into the background. That red pops. With the white, the red looks a little duller.
It does.
Right? It's the same color, it looks a little bit duller. So you take that dullness to a whole other level when you take that red and you really want to tone it down, and you put something that's sort of an analogous color, sort of a brown, a little bit more of a saturated orange, to be honest. It's more sort of an orangey color that's brown. And now the color, you can sort of see how the red is really dull. So again, it's all about context. What you put behind something can really change that color. I always say not to choose a color in isolation.
That's true.
Right? You don't choose the color and go, okay, I'm going to bring this home and put it on the wall and expect it to be perfect. You got to bring the paint color home and look at what you actually have.
Look at how vibrant that blue is with the red.
Isn't it, Tracy? Like right away, it's like, wow, that really zing, which can be a good thing, but it might also be like, I'm not going to put red in my room when I've got aqua because it's going to be too demanding, right? But it can work in different applications. So let's talk about how light also impacts your color in your space.
Okay, so we have a picture of that, and this is the same space once again, just different times of day. So what's happening in picture number one?
So in picture number one, we have incandescent lighting. So that little light source is all that you got. So the color looks very peachy and warm. Incandescent lighting tends to be warmer. Next, the middle picture is where we have indirect lighting. So the sun is at a different part of the day. It's not coming right into the space. So it's indirect lighting, and it has a nice sort of pinky feel. On the right, you've got direct sunlight. So at that time of the day, that color looks like a pale pink, whereas when you've got your lighting on at night, it looks warm and orange. So you want to, it sounds silly, but I think when you're choosing your color, get a color sample, paint it on the wall, and look at it in the morning. Look at it at night, and decide when you're going to spend the most time in that room, and that might be when you make that decision, because it can make such an impact.
It really does. You did that with my front porch.
Right.
You put a strip of gray, and you said, look at it.
Look at it. Just look at that. Watch
look
the
at it when you go to work. Look at it at lunchtime, and look at it when you go to sleep. See what you like, and if you like it all the times of day, because it's going to make a huge difference.
It really will. You're looking at it all the time. You're spending time there, so it's really important.
It's important. Well, really good examples there.